expo.usa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglass. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style, and it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, you know, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, you know, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at it. You know, I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. You know, I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. You know, people asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there. How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be leaders, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. a place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Black Americans consume 32% more media than any other group in the United States, yet they own just 4% of it. How did this gap happen? Despite record engagement, Black-owned media outlets receive only a fraction of advertising dollars. On this episode of Follow the Brand, Miami entrepreneurs Dexter Bridgman and Grant McGaw tackle this paradox head-on. We had to control costs while maintaining reach. Going digital wasn't an option, it was survival, McGaw adds. You have to invest in technology and networks before crises force your hand, especially when the system isn't designed for you. Reality. Major brands like General Motors and McDonald's have pledged to increase ad spending with Black-owned media, 8% by 2025 and 10% by 2024. But the reality? Actual spending remains far lower, leaving Black media entrepreneurs to forge their own paths. Discover how MIA Media Group built a loyal readership of over 1 million, and how 5-Star BDM leverages artificial intelligence and a network of 20,000 experts to empower leaders in healthcare and business. Recorded at the Black Business Olympics, this conversation is more than talk. It is a blueprint for the future of Black media. Subscribe to Follow the Brand and help shape tomorrow's media landscape.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpo.com. or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
On the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our keynote speaker today is Ms. Tina Ramsey, and we're going to bring her up and we're just going to let Ms. Ramsey tell us about herself, her business, and then we'll get into questions later on. Ms. Tina Ramsey, welcome to Black Business Network.
Well, thank you so much for having me. So,
first of all, let me make a question. Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, I want to give you your props, sis.
It's okay. So basically, I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey. I am the CEO of 3 companies, CTR Media Network, which is a podcast and TV distribution media platform, CTR Homeschooling, which is a business that focuses on helping you de-stress the homeschooling process, helping parents do it and thrive. And CTR Cares is our nonprofit 501c3 nonprofit organization that actually help underprivileged businesses be able to utilize the power of media, and also helping with education, collaborating with other businesses and other nonprofits and connecting them with the community, the people who they want to serve, because we care. So that is pretty much what I do in a nutshell, other than being a mom, being a wife, being a friend, and a community leader in a nutshell.
I want to ask you, are you also tired?
Listen, you know, when you are doing things on purpose, all the things that I mentioned, they all mesh together. So it's not like I'm doing all of these things. They all build like a Lego. So they all make sense, and they all, I would say, they all complement each other. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah. Oh, well, that sounds like a very busy person doing some very great work in the community. Tell us a little bit about your backstory. What got you involved? Let's see, the first business, and then the second one, and then the third one, and just kind of tell us what was the story behind each one of those.
I would love to. Well, basically, the reason why what people think I started in media, I actually did not start in media. I started in education over 30 years ago. I started as a early childhood development. So I used to work with children as a behavior specialist in the public school system, helping parents, the faculty, the staff, the teachers, along with the other students, be able to communicate better. So I was a person that came in to bridge the lines of communication. I did not like the term behavior specialist because of the negativity that can be surrounded around, oh, this child is a problem. What I have found that children are not the problem. It is the breakdown of communication, which is the problem. And by them not having the emotional maturity at that point to be able to articulate their emotions properly determines how they react, which is the way that we see it as adults, as a problem child, as being disobedient. They don't care. No, it's not that they don't care. They don't really understand what we want from them and how that can help them. And so once you bridge that gap between the child and the parent, that particular child and the teachers, then you bridge that along with the faculty, then you notice that it's a cohesive way that parents can communicate with the child, and that is when the child thrives. So I started with education. Then later on, I decided to homeschool my child, one of my children, which he have back then we call it high functional autism. Now the new term is neurodivergent. So I brought him home because he was what we call medical sensitive. He stayed sick a lot. And so I started homeschooling him. And then later I brought home my gifted and talented daughter and started teaching both of them. So I started teaching both of them at home. That eventually built into a business. I started helping different people. I didn't really think about starting a business until one of my friends pulled me to the side and said, hey, you know, people actually make a living for what you're doing for free, all these consultations, going out to the schools, going to the family's home and helping. And so that's how I actually started my homeschooling business, helping parents, I like to say, control their children's little pesky, icky emotions, okay? The emotions. And that is what I did. And then eventually, once I started building my business, I started navigating the terrain of media, because I realized early on, when you have a business, it doesn't matter how great and amazing your products is if no one knows that you exist. So I use media as the vehicle to be able to catapult my business, extending me beyond the radius of my small town, my neighborhood, or a couple counties, and expanded myself to the entire world. So eventually people start asking me, hey, can you teach us how to do this thing you call media, podcasting, TV, social media, in just teaching them how to do social media, just basically just doing it, right? So I was like, maybe so. And then I said, yeah, I'll do it. And that actually built the media part. And I have been in media for over 10 years now. I started as a client to another company. They saw that I had natural talent. They hired me. I started at the entry level and went up the corporate C-suite. For ones who don't know, that's entry level, and then you're going up to COO and CEO and all the different levels, right? So I climbed the corporate ladder, and then eventually I ended up starting my own company after those contracts ended. And here we are to this. And then after I did that, I noticed that so many people, so many business owners have just amazing businesses, but them, just like how I used to be, the vast population didn't know that I existed until I start leveraging the power of media, helping them to see that visibility is your currency, okay? There is a new type of money out here that most people are not tapping into, and that is your visibility that can actually help sustain you. It can actually help other people, and it also can just take you to a level that you have never imagined, and you can do it from the comfort of your home. And that is what birthed CTR Cares, because I saw, again, it needed to be a bridge between business owners and visibility, the lack of knowledge and understanding that goes around media, and being able to be a healthy medium between the both, along with holding their hand, giving them accountability, but also giving them the strategies that are not overwhelming, and pretty much as turnkey as we can get it at CTR Media Network, being able to take their business from not being known at all to being known in over 350 million households in 140 countries. And taking advantage of the different mediums of media, such as podcasting, TV, magazines, blogs, press releases, and the list goes on and on. But one thing that I know for certain is that the bridging that and also giving them the education of not only the why, but importantly, the how you do this, and then see them grow and thrive. That is what I live for, because I just love to see when we can bridge that disconnect, okay? And so that's pretty much all the things that I do. I love what I do. That's why I do what I do. I would do it even if I didn't get paid. So I tell people, if you want to be an entrepreneur, because it's not an easy road to navigate, but do something that you would do even if you wouldn't get paid, and then you will find yourself going to it every single day that you have, because you literally love what you do. You love what you do. And so that's pretty much how I went from education to media, and then community in a nutshell. And that's pretty much how the CTR entities, I would say the CTR empire that God has blessed me to be able to do.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you mentioned God. So the next question is, how does your faith influence your approach to leadership and decision making?
Well, it is my foundation, because at the end of the day, these are not my people. These are not my customers, my clients, these are just the people that God enabled me to be able to help with the gifts, skills, and talents that he put inside of me. And so as long as I remember that I am on assignment to help them and I treat them the way that I initially want to be treated if I'm in someone else's business, and then I express and give that same type of vision to our team and our staff, because it cannot just be with me. Okay. The ones who you bring in to actually help to assist you with your business and your brand have to have the same foundational pieces and the same core values that you have. So making sure that not only myself, but also my staff, my employees, independent contractors, ambassadors, supporters, they all know what the core is, and making sure that I do my very best, because at the end of the day, I'm imperfect. I do make mistakes, but understanding that I'm always giving my 100% effort to make sure that they have what I am supposed to do, what I am under assignment to do, and the vision that God laid on my heart years ago in order to handle his business. Because I tell people all the time, listen, you see me before in front of all these businesses, but I'm actually just managing my company. These companies belong to God. They don't belong to me. They belong to God and the kingdom. That is it. I am managing it for him. As I stay obedient, he still allows me to be able to manage his people, his businesses, his way.
You are a Black-owned business and you're looking for new ways to expand your reach. Or you're a creative and you have an amazing story that needs to be told, seen, and heard. Well, at Fayview Night TV, we're streaming the diverse and authentic narratives of Black American culture. At Fayview Night TV, you have access to product placement, feedback loops, promotional spotlights, and other ways to showcase your brand. And we have fans all around the world that can't wait to see what you're up to. So come to Fayview Night TV, because we are showcasing the culture 24/7 with Black stories and Black storytellers. Subscribe to FayviewNightTV.com today. And for more information, email us at info@FayviewNightTV.com or call our hotline at 816-819-9939. Fayview Night TV, one of the largest platforms showcasing Black American content in the world.
I can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
You hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that wealth of information so far. The homeschooling so important. So it feels like you have direct contact to people. So let's get a little bit closer as far as entrepreneurship and business strategy. So what's one key mistake you think entrepreneurs make when trying to use media for growth?
The one big mistake that I see business owners make in regards to media is that they don't use it. Number one, they don't use it, and they, as small business owners, they don't see the need until they have a book they want to launch. They don't see the need until they have a product or service that they want someone to know about. But social media is not the only form of media that you need to be utilizing with business. That's just the entryway. You need to start leveraging not just social media. It's important, but not just social media, but you need to be leveraging the different mediums such as magazines, press releases, blogs, TV, podcasting, and the list goes on in different forms of media. And then books and ebooks that are just extensions of the different forms of media. So what I would say the biggest mistake is if they do media, they only have the small perspective of social media and feel like posting is enough and have no strategy. You cannot just post. You have to have a strategy. And the strategy is not about you. It is about the people that you are here to service. So what do your people need help with? What type of content do they really like? And to find that out, you can look in what they call your dashboard on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Everybody have a dashboard. We call it the back end, where you go in and you can see what you post, how many likes, how many impressions, how many comments. That is a big indicator of what your people want to see and what you need to be creating more of. Don't just be throwing spaghetti to the wall and hoping that it stick. Real business owners strategize. We just don't hope, wish, and pray. We strategize based upon the wants and the needs of our audience and not what we want. Because if it's what we want, this might not necessarily be what they want. So social media, just don't use social media. You got to leverage all forms of media, and once you have enough content out there to get a plan, you go back and read the statistics and the analytics to determine where you go from there.
Oh gosh, that sounds like a lot to do. Okay, let's back up just a little bit. So how can small business owners get started with things such as podcasting or TV without feeling overwhelmed? You said a lot. It's a lot for us to do as entrepreneurs, as individuals. So how do we get started? Let's just take, for example, just the podcasting without the feeling of overwhelmingness.
Well, number one, I have a free course. You can just go and download the app, CTR Media Network app, and then you can watch the free course. It walks you through step by step. It's about maybe an hour and a half long, and it'll walk you through the steps. If that is not, it's just about 7 steps that you can do to actually start your podcast. Grab your name, whatever it is that your business name is, go grab that and form a podcast about that, or your TV show, which way you want to go. The difference between a podcast and TV is just basically whether you're going to do audio or video. So go start that first. It's not hard. If you are going live right now, guess what? Congratulations, you just did a podcast. Okay, so it's not as hard as you may think it is. You do not need all this fancy equipment, buying this $3,000 equipment. You can start with your cell phone initially if you don't have a budget for it, and then later transition into having a laptop if that's what you want, and build upon that. And you can get an inexpensive budget microphone that costs about $50 on Amazon, and to have good sound quality if you're audio-based podcast only, and you can just start with that. But most of you are going live anyway. Okay. Most of you are creating posts anyway. Only thing you have to do is just read it and make it a podcast and elaborate on it. It's just that simple. What we're doing now is a podcast. We can turn this into a podcast. So get out of your heads thinking, oh, I got to be grandiose. I got to have all the right fixtures. No, get in where you fit in and start with what you already have and then build. Okay. So turn on that live, turn it into a podcast, go to Spotify for creators, because that's what they call this stuff now. Spotify for creators, upload it for free. And there you go.
Okay. Note taking. It's more simple than we are making it out to be.
Oh, yes. The podcasting is the podcasting in itself is not difficult. It is the mindset that we have around the fear of, the expectation of, that is the most difficult part for most people. But what we're doing right now is it can be turned into a podcast. We can take this video at the end and just upload it, grab our name, episode, whatever, and that is a podcast. So congratulations, you're doing the podcast right now. We're doing the podcast right now. It's just that simple.
Okay, good. Okay. Let's get back to, you mentioned strategies when it comes to media. So what strategies have helped CTR Media Network scale while staying true to its mission?
Well, we are a people-based centralized business. So we are all about our customers and our clients, along with the people who actually watch and support. So CTR is two parts. It's customer based, and it is also our supporters, the ones that just come in to watch the content. And so the strategy that we have, we use all the things that I said prior. We use media, not just social media. That's just one. We use social media. We use podcasting, because we have our own show for the network, and we have our own TV show for the network. We have our magazine. We have a blog. And we also do other different forms like PR, which is public relations, So, let me break it down, which is just basically a press release, okay? If you ever heard of a press release, that's basically what it is, announcing whatever it is that you're doing. And so that is what we have been able to use over the years, along with creating virtual events and in-person events to be able to touch the customers, the clients, and also the supporters over the years, be able to meet them, put faces to the names and the likes and the shares that we actually get by coming in the room with them in person and as well as virtually. That's why we're doing our event this year, so we can see them.
Awesome. Okay, so it feels like the media and social media, TikTok and all those other things, it's a wide reach. The possibility is global. Okay, so what advice would you give entrepreneurs who want global reach but lack the big budget? You did say don't spend a whole lot when it comes to doing the podcast. So it may get a little, necessary. So again, what advice would you give entrepreneurs who want a global reach but lack the big budget?
Okay, so that is super simple. Okay, what are we doing right now? We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on YouTube. So use what you have. If you know that your budget is not the ideal situation, start with what is free. So think about what is free, what I can have access to. So let's start with Facebook. Facebook, you need to be on Facebook. And I'm going to give you a little tip. Facebook audience demographic is about 35 plus to about 60, 65 years old. So that is mainly the people who hang out over here on Facebook. If those group of people and your products is what will help you get to wherever you want to get, you need to get you a Facebook page. You need to have a personal and a business page. Let me break down what personal is. A personal is when you first start your Facebook page, a Facebook account, and you have your name on it. That is personal because you want to personally connect with people. You need that. You have to have that in order to have a free Facebook account. The second thing that you need if you are a business owner, which most business owners do not do, is form a Facebook business page. Why? You're going to do 2 pages. Because like I said, profile is personal. Business is business. And so you get different access from doing business versus just doing a regular profile. So do both, grab your names, go to every platform that you can grab a name. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I would say LinkedIn. Why? Is because LinkedIn is a professional social media platform that you need to be on, because that is how, when you build yourself up, you can actually get the corporate deals. And for those of you who don't know what corporate deals are, that's the big money with the comma. That's the comma money. I like to call it, that's comma money. Okay. So if you want to get yourself positioned with Nike and Adidas and all these different companies, like that's where they play. They don't really play a lot on, Facebook and Instagram like that. They may have pages, but where they do business at is on that professional website, LinkedIn. So for now, I would tell you guys to go ahead and start your free, whatever free pages out there, but make sure you have those 4. You can do more, but make sure you have those 4 just to grab your business name. And the second thing, this is because you said overwhelmed. Now, I'm not telling you to go get these things and then you try to manage it all by yourself, because that can be overwhelming. What you need to do is start using systems. So you go and you get you an AI, yes, I said it, AI generated software. And I'll provide the link for you guys after this. It costs like $30-$40. And you can literally connect all your social media, and it will literally create the social media posts, the hashtags, the keyword optimization. You ain't got to think of nothing. It will actually also create for you the graphics. So all you talking about overwhelm, why? We have technology. Stop being afraid of AI. Okay? AI is your friend. That's your friend. That's your team. Okay, that's your unofficial team. So I do have a little booklet where I have all of these little tips and strategies in it. So I'll just give it to you after this live, and you can give it to Dr. Kelly, and y'all can give it to your people, okay, for absolutely free. But anywho, get you some systems, and then the only thing you have to do right then is just set your calendar, which is super easy, and it will literally go on autopilot. You can literally plan your whole social media for the entire year. Sit down for about a couple hours, do that yourself, and it will automatically post on the days and times that you want it. Every single day, it looks like you're on 24/7, but you're not. But you're still actively engaging, building up your audience, and growing your business.
Okay, I'm taking mental notes. It's possible. Okay. So I heard partnerships in there in your response. So I'm curious, how do partnerships and collaborations factor into CTR's success?
Easy. We will not exist without people and partnerships. So people actually help with customer retention and stability of business, such as memberships and books and services and advertisement. That's one side of our economy with money. And then the other side is corporate sponsorships. These are the people, businesses and brands that believe in what we do and our vision, and they want to support us with sponsorships or corporate deals. And normally those deals are something that is in the comma range. So they pay to have access to what we have. And then in turn, they pay us to have that access. And then we put them out, and it's an interchange. So wherever we go, they go. So if I'm going to events, they're going to events. Excuse me, meaning that I'm giving out their flyers, or our company and stuff giving out their flyers. We're also putting them in our magazines. Whatever it is that CTR Media Network touches, our corporate sponsors touch as well. So they are getting it's a win-win. They're getting access to our people, which is their niche audience, and we're getting access to the funds that we need in order to keep overhead, in order to provide scholarships for businesses that need help, and also families with homeschooling. And so it keeps the economy going, where we can keep the pricing affordable on this end for everyday people doing extraordinary things with our memberships to have access to TV and podcasting. But then it's not cutting us short on the other end, because we have these corporate sponsors who have the funding to pay what they can't pay, if that makes sense. So if it don't make sense, I'll break it down a little bit more. Ask me another question so I can break it down for you a little bit more, because I want you to understand it. And I want your audience to understand it as well.
Okay, so let's dive into the leadership aspect. Okay. So personally, what leadership lessons have you learned while building the team aspect across the ventures?
You mean the team for my business, like our staff and stuff like that? That's what you mean?
Okay, while building teams along with those partnerships and collaborations also, it feels like they become part of your systems. You're using AI, and there's other people with you. So just talk about how you build teams with homeschooling, the collaborations, and social media, and your systems. What does your team look like?
Okay. I don't want to overwhelm you because you asked that is a multifaceted question that all has individual things that is built. So let's go back to your first question. What is the first thing that you want me to answer for you? So I'll make sure that you get that first, and then we can go to the next one, and then we can go to the next one, because what you asked is, it's going to be a long answer. So let's do one part first. What is the first thing that you want to know?
Okay, leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what leadership lessons have you learned overall?
Okay. Leadership. What I have learned is to relinquish control. Because one thing that is super hard for you as a business owner that I have found, I'm not going to speak for them, I'm going to speak for myself, was you build this business from the ground up. It almost becoming another hand, another arm. And then you bring in other people, and then you're like, wait a minute. I don't know, dealing with trust, dealing with confidence, dealing with, will they be able to help the people the way that I did? And I had to learn that in building teams, the best way to build teams is, depending upon the department that you're doing, is look at them and treat them as you would treat one of your customers or clients initially, and take your time. For me, I had to learn not to delegate so many different things to one person, too many things to any one person. Okay, as a business owner, when we first start getting help, we just, and finally get to the point where, okay, I want to delegate. We just dump too much on people at one time. So I look for people for specific things. So if I want somebody that is going to help with content strategy, distribution with social media, I hire them just for that. And I make sure that they're better than me. I don't want anyone on my team that is on the same level or below me. I need them to be smarter than me. And so the main thing that I would say in leadership, as a leader, you have to be comfortable with having people surrounded by you, around you, that knows better. That is truly the secret of scalability. Okay. Surrounding yourself with people who are smarter than you. And being okay that you don't know everything, and being okay with that, and learning how to build the relationship with your staff in a way that it's a mutual form of respect. And also the authority of it. They know that you're the CEO or you're the CFO, whatever it is that you are. You don't have to be a dictator. You don't have to be mean to people. You get more productivity with giving people respect, having them operate in their genius zone of what they actually do well, instead of taking them into parts where they don't do well, and then building and scaling. And I have found for us, giving them mental breaks. So we operate on a 4-week work schedule. And we do that because we allow them to have time with their family. And also, if they have a relationship with God, that'll be their day to do whatever they want to do, family, God, whatever it is. We give that time for a reset. We have found that adding a layer with the leadership dealing with mental health has also been the secret key to us and our business, keeping our staff happy, because it's a lot of pressure just working for someone and then living life. So we had to make sure that we added that layer in for us. And that is what make a good leader. You're not only concerned about what they can do for you, but you need to be concerned about their mental health and what is important to them, and how can you make that cohesive where you're still getting the things done for the business and the brand, but also you're not jeopardizing their mental health and their families. Okay. And then showing them that you appreciate them by recognizing them. Because at the end of the day, you cannot, and I'm getting emotional, you cannot be who you need to become with the assignment that you have without help. And you need to recognize that without their help, you would not be where you're at because you can't do it all. So leadership, appreciation, recognition, recognizing their mental health, providing something for that, as well as not putting too much on any one person. That's going to cost you more money, however, to put more people in position. But at the end of the day, I have found I have done it the other way. I gave too many duties and delegation and all that to, I have a staff, but gave too much to them and it just did not work. And the turnover rate was so high. But I noticed when I started breaking it down smaller increments, they've been here for years. So, and they're happy. They're really happy. So even if they start their own business, they still stay and make time for whatever it is that we're doing. So that's what I have found. I have done good and I have not did so good in this area, but this is what I've learned now that is working for us.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so during the years that you spent and what you learned, I'm sure that there's moments where you serve as a mentor for those who work with you. So how do you feel that you uplift the next generation of entrepreneurs and creators?
Well, the thing is this, everything that we do with CTR is built upon education and empowerment. So you would notice no matter what I'm doing or what we're doing as a business, whether it's CTR Media Network, whether it's CTR Homeschooling, or whether it's CTR Cares, our nonprofit organization, every business have the empowerment and also the education, because knowledge is truly power, but it's only power when it is executed. See, many of us have so much knowledge, we're exposed to the right people at the right time, but we do not execute it. And we wonder why we're still in the same position that we're currently at. And so what I have found and what we do at CTR, any entity of CTR, is that mentorship is crucial to the development of the leader, as well as the development of the staff, and also the development of the people who you are servicing. So mentorship, if you are a coach, if you are an author, if you are a business owner and you do not have a mentor, then you are limiting your ability to be able to have growth, because at the end of the day, you don't know everything. I don't know everything. And you have to make sure that you feel yourself. Okay. So for me, I had to learn, because I'm a pour, I love helping, but I had to also make sure that I add myself on my schedule. And you was like,
Dr.
Yes,
Lindsay, I want to make sure people know how to get in contact with you. Just tell us how to get in contact with you. And
you can go to CTR.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Say it again.
Yes, how to get in contact with you. And I wanted to let you know, Genius is coming, and I'll definitely see you on the other side.
Okay. So you can get in contact with me if it's for the media side, you can go to ctrmedianetwork.com. That's ctrmedianetwork.com. If you need help with homeschooling, it's ctrhomeschooling.com. And if it is dealing with our nonprofit organization, where if you need assistance in media or homeschooling, or you want to be connected with other nonprofit organizations, that's ctrcares.org. And lastly, I would like to say we're having an event called the Media and Wealth Summit here in Columbia, South Carolina, October the 11th. And if you'd like to meet myself and some of my partners in person, along with our amazing customers and clients, because we're celebrating them and recognizing them with awards and dancing and food and entertainment. And guess what? We're giving you knowledge with power, but importantly, execution. So you can check us out. You can see that on ctrmedianetwork.com, and you can get your tickets, and we would love to see you there. And you can ask me whatever, and you can meet some of my partners, as well as some of our amazing people that make our business, which is all of you. showing you thank you, telling you thank you for everything you've done for us over the years. So we appreciate you, and we're going to celebrate you October the 11th.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Awesome. And once again, thank you so much for joining us. And again, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
World! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope
Are you a Black entrepreneur with a vision for global success? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing the Black Business Network, BBN, one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of the world. The only 24/7 global multimedia ecosystem dedicated to connecting and promoting Black entrepreneurs, brands, and businesses globally. With BBN, you can sell your business now 24 hours a day to over 200 countries. Reach a global audience in real time, build trust, and generate leads like never before. Access a world of opportunity with our live streaming and replay platform, featuring on-demand content, documentaries, and exclusive interviews. Get your exclusive, one-of-a-kind Black Business magazine covers that feature you and your amazing business today. And tap into our Black Business Global Chamber of Commerce, where your voice will be heard globally with over 1 million business owners. Learn the insights and strategies that Black entrepreneurs are using to grow today. Power your business with the Black Business Black Credit and Debit Card. Get cashback, access microloans, and build your business by doing business with Black businesses worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the Black Business World Report, our yearly intelligence magazine, providing industry trends, government programs, funding alerts, and so much more. BBN is more than just a network. It's a revolution. It's a global movement, uniting Black entrepreneurs from over 200 countries to share knowledge, build relationships, and create economic empowerment. And for corporations, BBN offers a unique opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to diversity and inclusion and access. Submit your corporate commercial today. Sponsor BBN, reach a targeted audience, and support the growth of Black-owned businesses. Our Black Business Ambassador program provides support and detailed information on all activities. From onboarding to mastermind think tasks, they cover it all. Whether you're looking to expand your business or your viewers, BBN brings together the tools, talent, and technology needed to grow Black-owned businesses worldwide. It's where we speak, sell, connect, and rise. Live and on demand. Join the Black Business Network today. Visit bxtv.org to learn more and unlock your global potential. Where business is broadcast live. Where the future is today. Call 919-308-9090 for your Black Business Fireside Chat today as we showcase your amazing business to over 200 countries. Black Business Network, one of the largest black business showcases of black business in the history of the world. Call today 919-308-9090 USA.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Are you a Black entrepreneur with a vision for global success? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing the Black Business Network, BBN, one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of the world. The only 24/7 global multimedia ecosystem dedicated to connecting and promoting Black entrepreneurs, brands, and businesses globally. With BBN, you can sell your business now 24 hours a day to over 200 countries. Reach a global audience in real time, build trust, and generate leads like never before. Access a world of opportunity with our live streaming and replay platform, featuring on-demand content, documentaries, and exclusive interviews. Get your exclusive, one-of-a-kind Black business magazine covers that feature you and your amazing business today. And tap into our Black Business Global Chamber of Commerce, where your voice will be heard globally with over 1 million business owners. Learn the insights and strategies that Black entrepreneurs are using to grow today. Power your business with the Black Business Black Credit and Debit Card. Get cashback, access microloans, and build your business by doing business with Black businesses worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the Black Business World Report, our yearly intelligence magazine, providing industry trends, government programs, funding alerts, and so much more. BBN is more than just a network. It's a revolution. It's a global movement, uniting Black entrepreneurs from over 200 countries to share knowledge, build relationships, and create economic empowerment. And for corporations, BBN offers a unique opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to diversity and inclusion and access. Submit your corporate commercial today.
is to build confidence. The second.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. So where all were you servicing in the military?
If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Are the biggest issues, maybe the top two or three, that mistakes that you find salon owners beauty care professionals make in either launching their business or in managing their business?
Okay, one is not having a website. If you don't have a whole lot of social media, you definitely need a website. I don't know too many people who are looking for salons on Instagram or Facebook. Now, they may post a question out there, they may ask, but usually people are going to business directories to find a business to do business with. So your business needs to be out there. And actually using business directories in addition to the website. Things like, I don't want to drop names.
5-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Sidney Wormsby, and I'm your business moderator for this session on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, from Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, to inspire, and to educate businesses about business. For our next session of this session, I'm actually going to present to you, and I'm going to talk a little bit about strategic planning or business planning, the fact of getting our ducks all in a row before we even start going on the hunt. So I appreciate you, kind of paying some time or giving some of your time, to me to be able to pass on some of this info, and hopefully you'll find it very useful and impactful as well. I really call this my strategic planning process for growing your business to 8 figures and beyond. Use the Buzz Lightyear, so and beyond. So what we want to really think about and talk about is, where do you want your business to be? So is it 6 figures because you're just starting off? Is it 7 figures? Is it 8 figures? Is it something bigger than that? You think you have a great business idea, a product that everyone will need and want, or service that everyone will desire, and you yourself have the desire to make it the next Amazon, the next Google. So the question is, why is nothing happening? Why are my sales so stagnant? Why are client inquiries or requests just trickling in? Or maybe even worse than that, they're just non-existent. We all go through that struggle when we're first starting up to say, why is this not happening? And when is this going to happen? We start doubting ourselves and questioning, when is this going to be different? When do I get to the point where I have this fantastic story to tell? Well, here is one of the cold, hard truths about starting a business and growing a business. Scaling a business to 8 figures and beyond requires more than just ambition. And if it were just about ambition, then we'd all be successful and we'd all be, our companies would be Amazon, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not just about ambition. It's more about how do we scale a business to 8 figures through setting and establishing a actionable strategic plan. And that's what it's going to require, that you have a strategic, actionable plan that's going to lead you to the results that you're looking for, that you want. So you need to equip yourself with the tools, the insights, and the confidence to achieve transformative growth to take your business from your vision to this level of value for your clients and customers, and for your level of value for your own personal wealth. And so I've spent my entire career turning around business operations that were in decline, or transforming business units that had lackluster sales, or in some cases, starting up new business ventures in a variety of markets, in a variety of industries, and for a variety of different size companies. So for some of the largest Fortune 100 companies, like the PepsiCos and Citigroups, Meat Corps, JP Morgan Chases of the world. But for my own business and businesses as an entrepreneur, and then working with some other business owners as they started up their businesses as a business growth consultant. And this, what I'm going to talk to you about today is what I've found through all my experiences. One of the main reasons that the success for a business that we envision at the outset of starting our entrepreneurial journey, one of the main reasons that success eludes us is that we often want to wait until we're bigger to do the things that we see the big companies or the big dogs do. So that old phrase, if you want to run with the big dogs, one, you got to get off the porch, and you got to do what the big dogs do. And we often want to wait until we're bigger to do those things. We think, oh, it's too early. You don't need to do that. I'm just small. I don't need that kind of structure and process. We give a lot of reasons, excuses to ourselves as to why we don't need to do that formal, structured thing. And mostly it's because we really just don't want to spend the time, energy, and effort. And we don't really understand and realize how impactful and critical that it is. So we want to think about our legal structure later. We want to, when we have sales and we can pay lawyers and all that other kind of good stuff, we want to wait until we have more sales to set up our financial reporting, so that we can pay a bookkeeper and accountant then, but maybe not now. We want to wait until we have more sales to hire a business coach to help us determine the best course of action to grow our business. We want to wait until we need to seek funding to get a loan to create a business plan. But the reality is that big dogs, big companies didn't get that way, didn't implement those things or do these things when they got big. They did those things to get big. And because they did those things effectively was what allowed them to actually grow their business and transform their business into the behemoths that we see today. And so we want to talk about what are those things and how do we get that established and set up. And so I want you to first kind of think along with me or play along with me on a game here. And I've done this at a couple workshops with some of my participants. I want you to close your eyes wherever you are right now. And I want you to think about this scenario that you're on a canoe, not on a canoe. You're in a canoe. You're in a canoe and you're going down the river, and you start to hear this rushing sound that's getting louder and louder. And what you do when you open your eyes and you're looking down that river, you start to see that you're ready to go over a waterfall. And right ahead of you, there's this waterfall. And you look at the folks in that canoe, and I'm going to ask you, what do you want to see when you are looking at those folks? You're getting ready to go over a canoe. There's danger. You're hearing the loud roar now of the waterfall and the water, crashing over the waterfall and the rocks below. And you're looking at those folks in the canoe. What do you want to see? And what do you want to have happen next? And I would submit to you that every one of you would want to see the same things and see the same things happening. You want to see that everybody, not some folks, that everybody's rowing, that everybody is rowing in the same direction, that everybody is rowing in the same direction that's actually away from the waterfall, and that everybody is doing it in the same rhythm, the same cadence, and with a sense of urgency. You don't have somebody rowing, kind of half-heartedly. You don't have somebody with their oar out of the water and in the canoe asking a bunch of questions. Why are we doing this? Why aren't we doing something different? Last time we said we were going to do. You don't want any of that. You don't want somebody kind of rowing at their own pace. And you definitely don't want somebody rowing like it's a Sunday in the park and they got all day. So we want to make sure, everyone is rowing in the same direction at the same pace, in the same cadence, with a sense of urgency. And that's what we want for our businesses as well. And often what we've done is we've allowed our business to just kind of go along, just float down the river, getting dangerously close to a waterfall without any idea of what we're doing, or with the folks who are involved in our business, if we have employees, not rowing in the same direction, not knowing what direction they're supposed to be rowing in, no one giving them instruction and guidance as to what pace we should be at, what needs to be done next, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is the purpose of a strategic plan for our organization. It's to make sure when we're in the canoe that everybody is rowing in the same direction, that everybody is actually rowing, that they're rowing in the same cadence or pace, and that they're doing it with a sense of urgency for us to achieve what we've set out to achieve. So I define strategic planning simply as this. It's a disciplined process, not a random process. A disciplined process aimed at producing fundamental decisions, business decisions, and actions that will kind of shape, will guide what the organization is going to do, why it's going to do it, and even answering questions like, who's going to be doing it within the organization. So if we don't have that, we're setting ourselves up for failure and structural issues. So a strategic plan clearly establishes who we are as an organization. It clearly establishes what we're going to do as an organization, as an individual within that organization, as a department within that organization. And it's also going to establish why we do the things that we do. So the process of creating a plan of action to go from where we are currently today, wherever that might be, to whatever place we've envisioned for that organization in the future. And it's going to take into consideration every risk that might be faced, all the resources that might be needed, and all of the uncertainty that the environment that we're going to be in might present. So that's what strategic planning is. That's what strategic planning does and establishes. And that's why it also becomes so critical and vital as an organization and as a leader within that organization, that I am ensuring that a strategic planning process is in place. It determines, so a strategic plan specifically determines what our goals and objectives are going to be as the organization. It'll give us an idea of what mile markers or kind of points of reference we're going to have. It will determine what resources are going to be required and necessary, the number of employees, the amount of dollars or capital that we're going to require, the kind of equipment or technology, et cetera, that we're going to need. It's going to prioritize the risk prioritize the task that we have or have established for the organization. It's going to keep us on track, and it's going to keep us from kind of going in circles, as well as keep us from working against one another in this whole process, and keeps us from chaotic actions, so that all of our actions are actually aligned, so that we're working in the same direction. The impact of a good strategic plan then is going to be this: we'll have clear direction, we'll have clear focus on what we're going to do. If we done our strategic plan effectively, we'll have clear direction. We'll know again what our vision is, what our mission is, what our goals are as an organization as a whole, as well as departments within that organization, as well as individuals within each one of those departments, and provide us a roadmap of how we're going to get there. It's going to, as a second benefit, improve our decision making. Why? Because we'll have a clear understanding of our priority. We'll have a clear understanding of our goals. We'll have a clear understanding of the leadership structure and the communication structure within the organization, so that we know who is responsible or has authority to make decisions, and then what factors we're going to use in making those decisions. In addition, it's going to help us get alignment across all of our teams, because in this case, when we've got that strategic plan, every department, every team, every employee is going to understand their role in achieving the company's overall goal and mission, And so they're going to be much more capable of identifying what needs to be done and who needs to support them or how they need to support someone else. So it boosts or increases collaboration amongst department. It reduces silos that might exist, these little fiefdoms within an organization. It fosters more of a sense of shared purpose within the entire group, and that often leads to higher efficiency and higher productivity. But fourth is also going to help us allocate resources better. There are going to be times in an organization where you do not have enough resources for everybody to get what it is that they need to do all the things that they want or would like, or to do it as fast as they would want or like. And so in those times of where we are lacking and don't have sufficiency of resources, and an effective strategic plan, a detailed strategic plan, is going to help us identify how do we allocate these resources. So the first things come first. The things that are most important, that are prioritized, get those resources first so that we can continue to move forward. The result of that's obviously going to be maximum productivity, maximum return on investment, maximum profitability, and revenue growth. But it's also, fifth, in terms of having a strategic plan, going to allow us to manage risk more effectively. So again, there will be times where because we're in an uncertain environment and the world and life in general is uncertain, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We can plan for options and possibilities, but we can't read the future. At least I can't. So because I can't, I want to make sure I've thought through option A, B, C, and D, but I've also identified what the risk of each one of those options are, and that when I get to that point where I need to make a decision, I can make a decision with proactively thinking about the risk without trying to be reactive in that moment. Another benefit of good, effective strategic planning is scalability and growth. That when we set this plan for how we're going to move forward, what we're going to do in terms of our mission, we set very clear, actionable goals and clear, actionable steps to achieving those goals, meaning that we can move faster, that we can move more consistent with other folks within the organization, leading to better cash flows, leading to stronger financial performance, and therefore better financial stability. This also by definition or default means that we're going to have improved financial performance. So another benefit of strategic planning. Another benefit is increased employee engagement. So if we've got employees and we're strategically planning what we're going to do, what the responsibilities are going to be for each, what are the tasks that need to be done by each individual as well as each department, each individual is going to understand better how their work contributes to the overall team success. There are going to be clear goals and clear accountability. And because of that, each employee is going to feel more connected and aligned with what's going on, more accountable for the work, and their engagement in the organization, in their job and task, goes up from that. And studies and research shows that. That leads to higher morale. That leads to higher performance, individually and collectively. It leads to lower turnover. All of those things positive for the organization. Another benefit of strategic planning, effective strategic planning, competitive advantage. If we're doing all the things that we just talked about above, then and incorporating that into our work process, then we're going to have a clear differentiation in our strategies, in our execution versus our competitors. So we're going to be able to stay ahead of our competitors based on that. We're looking at markets and what's going on in the markets. Folks are clearly identifying what needs to happen next, what the risks are doing or not doing. We have our teams aligned with that, all the things that we talked about above. And because of that, those activities, those tasks, what will result from that is differentiation in the execution, which means our organization is going to be performing at a higher level than competitors, and therefore getting higher revenue growth, higher profitability. All of that also means that we're going to be able to adapt to market changes much quicker, much better, much more effectively than our competitors are. So the net result of that, all of those things and that competitive advantage, long-term sustainability. As an organization, we're going to get longevity. We're going to be able to be around to talk about when other organizations were, our best competitor, but no longer exist, and how we kind of work through that. And we're able to survive through that, not only survive, but thrive through that. So for all of these reasons, all of these benefits, it's important that we have a very well-crafted strategic plan that will act as a compass that guides us as a business, as a business leader, and that you're going to use to guide your overall business toward its goals while fostering alignment with your staff and your team, efficiency in the work that's being done, resiliency when it comes to the obstacles and some of the risk that we're going to face along the way. Ultimately, the impact, it's a stronger, more competitive, more sustainable organization that's going to survive and thrive, through all the things that we're going to deal with. So if that's the benefit of it, then the question becomes, how do we do it? What are the steps on that? And I break it down usually into 10 steps. Others, break it down to a few less. Some expand some of these to more. So there's nothing magical about the number 10. Just these are the 10 steps that I use when I'm working with my clients. And the first step is the one that people almost always either blow by or don't think about doing, never comes to mind, etc. And the first and most important step of strategic planning is to really assess where you are right now. So it's to assess what your current year's performance is. So if you're at the beginning of a new year, then you're looking at what's my current performance been this past year. If I'm in the middle of a year, I'm looking at year-to-date numbers and information, but I need to assess where I am right now, what my performance is relative to the goals I've already set and established. What indicators am I going to use? Key performance indicators am I going to use that's going to help me stay abreast of the health of the business, the successes that I've already had, and the shortcomings that I've already experienced. I want to know and understand all of those so that I can understand what has worked, what didn't, and why. So I want to know very clearly, this has been working, this has not been working, and here's why these things worked, and here's why these things didn't. And when I understand that, it's going to be the basis or the foundation for me creating my plan for what's next. And there's all kinds of tools that we can use for that. SWOT analysis, which is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. As I mentioned before, we can use KPIs or key process or key performance indicators that will help us understand where we are relative to where we want to be. That will help us in that process. But the second step we want to do is engage stakeholders, those folks who have some skin in the game. And that can be anything from clients to employees to community leaders. It can be leadership within the organization. Again, anyone who's got some skin in the game that will be impacted by the performance of the organization. We want to reach out to those folks, get insights to from them as to where do they see the organization now? Where do they see it going? Where do they see we are consistent with what we've established as or communicated as our mission and vision versus what things we're actually doing on a day-to-day basis? And we can use tools like surveys or focus groups or interviews or any of those kinds of things to be able to try and get this information. And the more diverse perspectives that we include and involve, the better the planning process is going to be, because the more information that we will have available at our fingertips to be able to, to create this plan. Third thing we want to do is analyze industry and market trends. Where's the market going right now? What's happening in the industry? Who's been doing what? What are the demographic shifts or changes that are going to go on versus, the psychographic changes that are going to go on? And based on that, what products are going to be important, or what services are going to be necessary, or how our customer requirements going to be shifting and changing, or competitive environment going to be shifting or changing, or technology going to be shifting and changing. All these things we want to understand when we're looking at and analyzing industry and market trends, so that we can start getting an idea of where we need to be in the future to be competitive and to be sustainable, in that new marketplace. And again, we can look at, all kinds of information. The library is full of these benchmarking tools. Most libraries allow you access to that kind of reference data for free. Some you may have to pay for or buy reports for, but it's all out there for you to access and to be able to use in helping you define what your strategic plan is going to be for your business. Fourth, we want to revisit if we already have a vision statement, a mission statement, a value statement, an existing a strategic plan. We want to revisit that. And we want to look at specifically for our vision and mission statements, is that still relevant? Is that still what our mission is? Is that still what our vision is? So often we create that when we create the vision statement or the mission statement when we start the company, and we never go back to that. And we've done things over the course of years, months, or years that have gotten us so far off track that when we read that mission and vision statement again, we go, whoa, that's what we were supposed to be doing? We're nowhere near that. So we want to constantly be reviewing that. And every time I'm going to do a strategic plan, I'm going to review my mission and vision statements, our value statements, and our existing strategic plan to see how we're aligned with that. I want to make sure that it's still relevant to what we're doing today. I want to make sure that it's still inspiring, our actions as staff members, leadership, in moving forward, that it still reflects what we're trying to do within our communities and with, the customer and target market that we're working towards. So we can, hold workshops. We can, again, look at having kind of facilitated or mentored, discussions with our leadership team and with our staff and employees to make sure that we have set an anchor for what we're going to do, what our framework is that's going to help us with our decision making going forward, and that everything is still on track from what we thought it was before. Fifth step, we're going to set some very clear, specific goals. You've heard the analogy, I use it all the time, SMART goals. Specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, which really means that they're related to my definition, that they're related to things that you can do or control, and that they're time bound. So if they're not specific, if they're not measurable, if they're not actionable, if they're not relevant to the mission you have for the organization, and they're not time bound, then they're kind of wishes. They're not really goals, and they're not clearly defined goals. And we want to make sure ours are clearly defined. 6, we want to set and prioritize initiatives. We want to establish what those initiatives are, and then we want to prioritize those initiatives. And when we set the initiatives, it's easy just to set them and say, we're going to do them all. But the reality is there may be a time where we're going to, have some restrictions and resources. And before things get hot and heavy and contentious, I want to make sure we've already set the prioritization of those initiatives. So as an organization, we're not, trying to make it up on the spot, and then everybody trying to defend their turf or protect their turf. So we're going to prioritize, we're going to set those initiatives, and then we're going to prioritize them. 7th thing then we're going to do is allocate resources based on that prioritization that we just set. And if we're doing that, then every initiative is going to get the capital, the personnel, the tools and equipment that are going to be necessary for them to achieve based on the prioritization of those things. First things first. Most important priority or initiative gets all of their resources first, then the next one until we run out. And if we're doing it that way, we're going to get the most success, the most progress out of that strategic plan. 8th step, develop a detailed action plan. We set the initiatives in an earlier step. Now we want to take those initiatives and we want to work a step by step by step by step. if this is where we want to get to, and this is where we are, we're going step 1, step 2, all the way to step in, and then we're just going to work our plan from there. This is an area that people often say, well, we got the initiative, let's move on. But when you don't detail out the action steps, a lot is left to the imagination, and people start to deviate, from there. The 9th thing, establish a monitoring system. How are you going to evaluate this? How are you going to keep track of this? How are you going to know whether you're moving forward or staying the same? How are you going to know whether you're getting closer to your goal? And what are you going to use as mile markers along the way? So setting up progress reports, setting up regular review meetings, setting up dashboards and reporting systems so everyone can kind of stay abreast of what's going on. And then 10th, communicate this plan. And when I say communicate, I mean communicate, communicate, communicate over and over every opportunity that you get, at every meeting, in presentations, on newsletters, in workshops, in quarterly reports, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The more that you can communicate the plan and update folks as to the status of that plan, the more you're going to keep people in line and aligned and motivated with what's going on. So those are the 10 steps of an effective strategic planning process. But I'd be remiss if I didn't give you my bonus point 11. My bonus point 11th one is creating a culture of continuous improvement. Because all of these things that I just talked about, those 10 steps, are going to be important and going to be critical for success. But you also have to have this culture throughout the entire organization that everybody wants to get better, wants the organization to improve. So you want to make sure you're encouraging feedback, that you're encouraging people to adapt and change for the better, not just for change's sake, but for the better throughout the year. Identifying when things need to be adjusted and improved, when things need to be corrected and changed, when someone needs to be held accountable so that we're continuing to move forward. If you don't create that culture of continuous improvement, again, what you're going to find as an organization, people get kind of lackluster. Following these 10 steps, creating, then we're going to find ourselves always moving forward and an organization that is always in growth mode. And then we'll find that what we've set as a vision for our organization is not only coming to fruition, but we're not only getting to 6-figure income revenue, 6-figure profitability, we're getting to 7-figure, 8-figure, and as Bud Lightyear said, and beyond. So thanks for listening. If you're interested in hearing more about these kinds of topics or working with me on creating your own strategic plan, feel free to reach out to me. Easiest way is really through any of my social media platforms. You can
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
World! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
Good afternoon, business owners and entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. We welcome you to the Black Business Network. I'm Maurice L. Butler, and I am your speaker for today's session. We are going to, in the next 45 minutes, basically have a conversation about the goals of not only my company, but also the Black Business Network. I am the founder and CEO of DX Tech Solutions, and I am pleased to be here today. And we know that there are a number of speakers that are going to be presenting throughout the day. And the Black Business Network is basically bringing speakers from North Carolina and London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all across the United States and around the globe. But the Black Business Network is a global community and sharing business knowledge to empower and inspire and educate businesses about business. So we are excited to be here today. And again, my name is Maurice L. Butler, and I am the founder and CEO of DX Tech Solutions and a proud presenter today on the Black Business Network. Today's discussion is basically a brief acknowledgement of how powerful this medium is, the Black Business Network, in connecting business leaders from across the globe with one another. It's an opportunity for us to present about our companies and the work that we do, and to also identify potential partnerships and collaborations that will help us to grow and sustain our businesses. DX Tech Solutions is a tech social enterprise, technology social enterprise. And one of the areas that we focus on is the social enterprise area, which is basically creating work opportunities and entrepreneur opportunities for others within our community by also involving them in projects that are technology based. Our projects include everything from education and training on various technology solutions. The latest trend, of course, is AI, but we also work in information technology, networking, and cybersecurity. Now, I want to make sure that everyone's clear. There's a difference between what we do in terms of education and training and implementation of those particular services. We're not an implementation company as much as we are a management consulting organization and also a training organization to help leaders understand technology better before they actually make the investments to adopt and or deploy technology within their work environments. The other part of what we do is work with the various functional groups within an organization so that they understand how to leverage technology to improve their efficiencies and their productivity. As many of you know, technology is evolving at a rapid pace, and there are so many different areas of technology that workers have access to. And it seems as though the workplaces are being, I don't want to say infiltrated, but being inundated with a lot of different technology tools and resources that requires a certain learning curve. And we want to make sure that the workforces that we work with in the organizations, that the workforce are productive, that the technology doesn't become a disruptor and or an interrupter of the productivity flows in the different work that they do, but it is seamlessly integrated into their workflows so that they, again, can realize the efficiencies and productivities that are required. There are certain metrics that are used to measure the performance of individuals from the executive suite all the way through to the entry levels of the organization in terms of the workers that are performing. And we pride ourselves in working across the small business community, which again may not have access to a lot of professional resources or technical capacity within their organizations to do a lot of the work that's required to understand technology, to understand the new trends in technology, and to ensure that those investments that they make in technology are in fact helping them to do a better job within their organization. I also want to just share with you that as we begin into this new era of AI, that we don't want to discount the fact that AI is what is considered a convergence technology. So if you look at the different technology stacks that are there, that are out there and that are used by the workforce, and we could just start with simple applications like your desktop or your cloud-based applications that you use for your primary work functions. There are AI tools that are embedded within those applications. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel necessarily. We can look for those tools, the simple tools like our spreadsheets, as well as our Word documents, to see how they can be leveraged to utilize the AI that's embedded within those particular tools to help us be more productive. There is also calendars that we use and note-taking that we use within our virtual environments that also are embedded with AI tools and technology. So the point that I'm making is that we need to take a look at all of the technologies that we're using globally within the workplace to identify how those tools have been enhanced or improved to incorporate this new generation of AI into their particular platforms and their technology tools as well. I also want to encourage us to make sure that we don't be afraid of technology, AI. It is, in many cases, a very complex technology if not understood completely in terms of the use case applications, as well as how it could help us throughout the organization. I know many of us use AI primarily as a research tool and or a query tool where we prompt the AI to answer certain questions for us or to do some research to uncover some information that we may need that's relevant to what we're doing at the levels of the organization that we work in. But there, again, are tremendous opportunities for us to learn about many of the areas of AI that may not be as readily available. But we can't be afraid to jump in and to experiment and to test out these tools and the technology to explore ways that can be beneficial for us across the workplace to be productive in the work that we do. From the worker's perspective, I know that there is a lot of fear out there that AI will take jobs away from persons. But I submit to you that, again, from an education and training perspective, what we encourage people to do is to become knowledgeable about technology, because become knowledgeable about AI, because AI is a tool. It is a technology tool that's a companion to the human. And there is really no replacement for human beings in terms of our intelligence and some abilities that we have that the AI may not have. I understand and realize that the AI is a learning tool. It may be able to do some of the behaviors and functions that will replace some of the tasks that we do. However, if we continue to build our skills and skill up, we become as valuable to the workforce in the workplace as the actual agents or bots or other types of AI technologies that may be available. So I don't want you to be afraid from a workforce perspective about AI. Learn about it, learn how you fit with it, how it fits with you to enhance your skill sets so that you can continue to move forward. Now, this discussion again is targeted to small businesses, and when I say small businesses, it's including entrepreneurs as well or solopreneurs. And we know, starting with the solopreneur, that there are many tasks that the individual has to do, which includes multiple functions in the organization. Everything from the accounting, the bookkeeping, to the product development, the marketing, the business development. And there are just so many different areas, operations, and so forth that as an independent, as an individual provider of products or services, we may have to invest a lot of time in each and every one of those areas. And this is important because now you need to investigate tools, AI tools that could assist you with actually delivering or performing the various tasks that you do. There are some things that you may be able to offload to an AI tool that you normally do that basically can be done alternatively by AI. And so as a solopreneur, you need to begin to look into those areas. Take a look at what you do on a day-to-day basis and the activities and the workflows that you have, and to see how you can actually adopt these tools to be a support and a benefit to you. When we look at the next tier of entrepreneurs that now have built teams or added staff, regardless of whether it's one other additional person or multiple persons that you have brought onto your team, again, you want to make sure that you can incorporate AI technology and other technologies into the work group so that from a communication standpoint, from a delivery of goods or services standpoint, you can be as efficient and productive as you possibly can. Now, I know that I hit home a lot about efficiencies and productivity, but that's the goal, okay, to make sure that we are being efficient in terms of what we are doing, in terms of building or creating ideas for products or services, as well as delivering them to the clients that we're trying to serve or the customer base that we're trying to serve. So make sure that the workforce or the persons that you are bringing onto your team also acquire the knowledge, okay, to work with technology, and particularly AI tools and technologies, in a way that's beneficial to the overall work group. When we start growing as a business, and in my practice, in my business that I own, we work with small business leaders that have at least 2 or more workers or employees or staff, and they're doing a certain revenue level. It's important that at the stage where you are upwards of doing thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in business, that you begin to look closely at some of the financial areas of your business. And I submit to you that, again, AI tools have been embedded in a lot of the different bookkeeping and accounting tools, as well as forecasting and budgeting and other types of tools that can help with understanding sort of your fiscal and your financial picture within your workforce. And so we suggest strongly that you use technologies that are already branded and proven in terms of their functionality. If I step back for a moment, when we start getting into the larger organizations which we do not work with, which are considered enterprise clients, many of them are customizing their AIs. And we're not suggesting or recommending that you customize at the small business level, but you look for tools that are already on the shelf, so to speak, that you can bring into your environment until you have matured to a point where you're able to then look at different areas of your work to see where there needs to be some customization that's void of the off-the-shelf products and services that you have currently or are using. Now, I have been speaking for a little while. I'm going to break for a little bit of a commercial, and I will be back in a few moments to give you a chance to put in the chat and to ask your questions of me, and then we will continue the conversation. I'll be right back.
Are you a Black entrepreneur with a vision for global success? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing the Black Business Network, BBN, one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of the world. The only 24/7 global multimedia ecosystem dedicated to connecting and promoting Black entrepreneurs, brands, and businesses globally. With BBN, you can sell your business now 24 hours a day to over 200 countries. Reach a global audience in real time, build trust, and generate leads like never before. Access a world of opportunity with our live streaming and replay platform, featuring on-demand content, documentaries, and exclusive interviews. Get your exclusive, one-of-a-kind Black Business magazine covers that feature you and your amazing business today. And tap into our Black Business Global Chamber of Commerce, where your voice will be heard globally with over 1 million business owners. Learn the insights and strategies that Black entrepreneurs are using to grow today. Power your business with the Black Business Black Credit and Debit Card. Get cashback, access microloans, and build your business by doing business with Black businesses worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the Black Business World Report, our yearly intelligence magazine, providing industry trends, government programs, funding alerts, and so much more. BBN is more than just a network. It's a revolution. It's a global movement, uniting Black entrepreneurs from over 200 countries to share knowledge, build relationships, and create economic empowerment. And for corporations, BBN offers a unique opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to diversity and inclusion and access. Submit your corporate commercial today. Sponsor BBN, reach a targeted audience, and support the growth of Black-owned businesses. Our Black Business Ambassador program provides support and detailed information on all activities. From onboarding to mastermind think tasks, they cover it all. Whether you're looking to expand your business or your viewers, BBN brings together the tools, talent, and technology needed to grow Black-owned businesses worldwide. It's where we speak, sell, connect, and rise. Live and on demand. Join the Black Business Network today. Visit bxtv.org to learn more and unlock your global potential. Where business is broadcast live. Where the future is today. Call 919-308-9090 for your Black Business Fireside Chat today as we showcase your amazing business to over 200 countries. Black Business Network, one of the largest Black business showcases of Black business in the history of the world. Call today 919-308-9090 USA.
So welcome back. And I believe there may be some questions that have been asked, and we will ask our moderator to check in with me later, and so that I can give some answers to some of the questions that may have come in. But again, I thank you once again for visiting with us today. Again, as I had concluded in terms of the financial side of the technology stack and using tools to understand your financials, I just again want to emphasize the importance of exploring the tools and the technologies that can help you, okay, to do a better job or a quality job of managing your fiscal and your financial position within the organization. When we speak about billing and invoicing and collecting of funds, there are a number of different tools that are out there and AI tools that are out there that can begin to track your progress from actually invoicing a client all the way through collecting of your monies, and then also documenting it and putting it into the right types of bookkeeping and accounting systems, so that again your workflow is more efficient and you're more productive, and it provides a more valuable resource for you as a small business owner. The next area is, again, as you begin to grow your workforce, there are a number of ways from an HR standpoint and a human resources standpoint that you can use AI tools to begin to vet prospective employees or contractors that are going to work with you to make sure that they are aligned closely with your objectives for your organization. And so, again, these are technology tools that can help to eliminate some of maybe the costs that in the past you may have incurred in terms of doing your own searches, own due diligence in terms of bringing on personnel and resources to work with you. I also want to speak about the business development areas, and that is a very important part of any business in terms of how do I find clients and customers? Because if I don't have clients, if I don't have paying clients and customers, which is the lifeblood of most businesses, all businesses, because if you don't have revenues or profits, it's very difficult for you to sustain yourself and even grow. So business development is another critical area where AI tools and technologies can be of great assistance to you. Many of you have heard about customer relationship management tools, which is a technology that's been around for a while. But again, when you look at the different platforms that are out there, CRMs that are out there, they already come with embedded AI technologies that could also enhance the way that you manage those platforms and manage the data that you are inputting into those platforms. So take a look and make sure that, again, you are using, first of all, a CRM. And a CRM is basically to help you from the identification process of identifying a prospective client where you may not have built a relationship completely. It is the beginning, so that you can now follow the journey from initial contact or initial identification of a prospective client all the way through the sales process to the close. And so this technology, those tools are very valuable, and AI, again, helps to enhance that so that the AI agents are able to do some of the minimal tasks that are required to keep up with the data processing component within the CRMs. Business development also under the banner of marketing and sales. There are tools that can help you, particularly AI tools that can now help you to identify your ideal client, your ICP, to give you the ideal client profile. Who should you be searching for? Where should you be searching for them? What are their pain points? How can you offer products and or services that address the issues of your prospective client so that it makes you more valuable to them as a potential resource to help them to engage with you to be able to bring those resources to their particular business or operation. And when we also think about the sales cycle, many salespeople keep funnels, okay, and the CRM again is a great way to manage that funnel because a funnel, if you aren't familiar, is critical. Yeah, you need to know how many people do I have that I've identified that can be prospects for me and potential customers for me. That is a way for the leadership of the organization to also measure the performance of those that are working in a sales environment. We don't want, from the leadership side, to have guesswork, okay, where we're trying to guess how someone is performing in that capacity. Just keep in mind, every leader of the organization, every owner, every small business owner particularly, is responsible for making certain investments. And we need to also be sure of what the return on those investments are going to be. Sales is one of those areas where we definitely need to keep our eyes on the ball and making sure that we are getting the results that are envisioned. So if we look at, again, the business development, marketing and sales, there are just so many different layers within those different domains that we need to be aware of. Going back to the overall arching business development, proposal development. AI tools can help you develop proposals to be able to speak in language that resonates with your prospective client, that gives you a better competitive advantage, so to speak. And when you're looking at ways to advertise and promote the services that you're trying to do, there are a number of AI tools that can be embedded in your website as lead generation tools that you use to capture information about someone who is interested and or curious about what your company does or the products and services that you offer. So there are just many things that we need to be looking at as a way of not just the AI, but again, how it converges and integrates with the other technologies within the technology stack overall. Operations is, it's to sort of sum it up for you, is the delivery of what it is that you are offering, whether it's a product and or service. If it's a product, you know that you have to be concerned with inventories. You have to be concerned with probably procurement in terms of getting the raw products or getting the products that you're reselling into your inventory so that you could then resell it to your clients and have sufficient inventory to be able to meet demands that you may face. We also know that from an operational standpoint, from a service delivery, clients are looking at how quickly do you respond to their inquiry for service, and how you perform or how your team performs in terms of satisfying the service requests, and what are the scopes of and magnitudes of the projects that we're working at, and are we delivering according to the work product or the work orders that are given to us. And again, all these tools are able to help us put in place all of that we need to begin to measure how efficient and productive we are at meeting all of the objectives and goals that are set up in those areas. I'm going to complete this presentation by just also speaking about collaborations and partnerships. For many small businesses, the way that we grow, the way that we sustain ourselves is aligning with other organizations that may be complementary and or may be able to help us scale and build capacity in areas where we may not have certain skill sets and or capacity to deliver. So partnerships are key. And again, I will say that AI is a tremendous tool to help us form partnerships and relationships that historically may have taken years to develop, have shortened that timeline to allow us to be able to put together a number of different ways to partner with different organizations, regardless of their sizes, in some very creative and powerful ways. I want to also, again, for example, bring to your attention, what's happening on the Black Business Network side. When we are looking at, with Dr. Eric Kelly, how this network is evolving and taking shape. We have to take our hats off to him and applaud how he is using the technology tools to basically bring together a large network of people. And the AI technology has now allowed him to do some things which you will probably see the results of in the next few months to enhance what the Black Business Network has been able to do over the many years that it has been providing this wonderful service to the Black community. And so I, again, want to encourage you to not be afraid of technology. A lot of the manual processes are going to go away. And if you have not begun to move into the digital space as well as the AI space, you need to think seriously about learning and understanding what's taking place so that you can continue to sustain your business, grow your business, and be more competitive as the landscape continues to get more and more competitive from a global perspective, because there are organizations now, as we look at technology, that can do work in different domains, different nations remotely, that historically and traditionally there had to be physical labor or physical presence in order to engage a client. But we're now in a global economy where we're able to do work across shores. Okay? And so we need to be prepared to not only just be able to address the needs of clients that are physically located within our own small geographic footprint, but those that may be more global in nature, whether it's regionally, whether it's nationally, or whether it's, again, across the oceans and the seas. It gives us the ability to grow our organizations and to be, again, more profitable as we continue to sustain our business. My final part would be on, again, understanding the value of our businesses, and AI, as well as other experts, can work with you to understand what your value is. As we begin in certain generations to put our exit plans together, we need to know what the value of our organizations are, not only from a legacy standpoint, but from possibility that there may be someone or some entity that desires to merge or to do an acquisition of our businesses. But if they don't understand or know the value, we may be doing ourselves a disservice, okay, and not having a good handle on what we are worth, okay, and our value, so that as we begin to exit out of the leadership roles and to pass the baton, whether it's to an internal resource or an external resource, they have a good understanding of what the value of the company is. We have a great understanding of what it is, and there is a wonderful mutual benefit to both sides in the exchanging of or the passing of the baton one to another. So I know that I have spoken for a little while now, and I want to take this time to thank everyone for this opportunity. And to Dr. Eric Kelly, again, we want to thank you for allowing us to be here today to present a little bit about the area of work that DX Tech Solutions is involved in. If you desire to contact me, you may contact me, Maurice L. Butler, and my email address is mlbutler@dxtechsolutions.org, and my office phone number is 302-370-0028. You may also visit our website at https://dxtechsolutions.org. Again, Maurice L. Butler, founder and president of DX Tech Solutions. It has been a joy to speak with each and every one of you today, and may you have a wonderful day. Keep in mind that genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
Got 5 minutes on that side. Okay, go to the other stream, and you should see the clock ticking.
My name is Katie Bennett, and I own Lexicon Presents Publishing. We are a publishing and media company that helps you take your story and share it with the world. For a while, I just had my family telling me to just hang it up, get over it, and I had no support. And it was in your program that I really understood the necessity for having that help, having that support. And so now I actually feel like a CEO as we scale, as our clientele changes, as my company is opening doors for other people to, take care of their families. It's just completely changed from just a mom who was publishing books. I was at a point where my job, although it was paying really well, wasn't enough. And my business was always in the red, and I was tired of it. And so I came in just hoping to get some sort of help to just not end up in the red every month. Ooh, wow. Okay, so there was one in particular, I cannot remember his name, but he asked me, he said, why are you in business? And I told him that I wanted to make a difference and I want to help my community. And he let me ramble on for a while. And then when I was done, he was like, okay, all of those things are great. They make you a humanitarian, not a business owner. And he was the one who told me, he's like, you have this great service and you're offering it at like a great value price. So to someone like myself, we don't know that we're going to get the value of what you're actually bringing. And so that gave me the confidence I needed to raise my price. It gave me the confidence to go after my actual client that I actually prefer to work with. And it really just changed everything for me. I don't think without him kind of giving me that push, I don't think I would have gotten to this point or position. Wow, the benefits is just having a coach that holds you accountable. They set goals with you. That's been my favorite part. She has amazing experience, and so she brings her strategies and her ideas, and she helped me narrow down, what services I actually wanted to offer, how I could actually continue to offer it, how many clients at one time could I have. All of the information that she's given has just really transformed my entire company. And so I know I would have never gotten to where I am today and having some of these partnerships that I'm, having now without her help. You're going to get information that you're not going to find on YouTube. You actually take the time to strategically give us the information, then give us time to actually apply it. I would also say that so that you're not just out on a ledge alone trying to figure this out. Like, you deserve to be in a community with other people who also want to grow their business. And then finally, the biggest thing I think I took away from CMET was that I had a whole office in Longwood, I still do, and at the time I had not paid my business tax receipt. I didn't know that was something you had to do. So that was like one of the first couple days of information, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go get that together right now. So I'm really glad that, CMET was there for myself, and, anybody else who has the opportunity, they need to do it.
Black Americans consume 32% more media than any other group in the United States, yet they own just 4% of it. How did this gap happen? Despite record engagement, Black-owned media outlets receive only a fraction of advertising dollars. On this episode of Follow the Brand, Miami entrepreneurs Dexter Bridgman and Grant McGaw tackle this paradox head-on. We had to control costs while maintaining reach. Going digital wasn't an option, it was survival, McGaw adds. You have to invest in technology and networks before crises force your hand, especially when the system isn't designed for you. Reality. Major brands like General Motors and McDonald's have pledged to increase ad spending with Black-owned media, 8% by 2025 and 10% by 2024. But the reality? Actual spending remains far lower, leaving Black media entrepreneurs to forge their own paths. Discover how MIA Media Group built a loyal readership of over 1 million, and how 5-Star BDM leverages artificial intelligence and a network of 20,000 experts to empower leaders in healthcare and business. Recorded at the Black Business Olympics, this conversation is more than talk. It is a blueprint for the future of Black media. Subscribe to follow the brand and help shape tomorrow's media landscape.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you. Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes,
the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.